All right, hello. I'm excited to share with you this tutorial on how to build a mental health game. I've spent a bit of time in the mental health space, and I'll be honest with you, for the amount of money that is floating around in the mental health space, there is really not that much out there. A lot of, for young people in particular, a lot of it is just surveys and check ins. So what we're going to do today is actually build a mental health game, and you might even be able to commercialize that. Now we have looked at this particular game, Lumai, in class, and how it incorporates different elements to, I guess, help people regulate and improve their mental health. Now, personally, for myself, I like a game where there are headshots. Um, but that's generally not in the genre of mental health games. Like Halo is not a mental health game, even though it does calm me down when I do play it. So we need to think differently and how to build a mental health game. Now, instead of trying to figure it out and research and read lots of books, there's a new technology that's been created called ChatGPT. And let's have a look at what ChatGPT says. Um, so here are some steps to consider when creating a mental health game. And let's just be open here. ChatGPT is great when it comes to researching, when it comes to ideas. The ideation phase of designing a game can be very long, and we do not have a lot of time in when you're in school. You do not have countless unlimited hours to spend on this. You have about 10 weeks. So to accelerate that ideation, I do recommend using something like ChatGPT that can just give you some more clarity and assistance with that phase of design and development. So identify specific mental health issue to focus on. It could be depression, it could be anxiety, it could be stress, or other mental health concern. Conduct research and understand the issue and gather information. Decide on the type of game you want to create, maybe a puzzle game or a watering plant game. Mechanics, elements, get feedback from mental health professionals. You can ask the counselor here, I've just forgotten his name now. Test the game thoroughly to ensure it's accessible, engaging, and provides meaningful insight. And the last thing here is release the game and promote it through appropriate channels. So there's a bit of insight. Let's give it another thing here. A create different gameplay and features for a mental health game to water plants. ChatGPT, everyone's using ChatGPT now, so it's a bit slow. But I've asked it because we are going to build a game on watering plants as our demo. Kinda World here is probably one of the biggest mental health games out there right now. They've got substantial funding, and we're going to build a very basic version of it. But let's see what ChatGPT says. So watering every day, mindful watering. I don't know how you make it slow. Okay, we can make it very slow. Variety of different plants, weather effects. We could make it have rainfall, personalized garden, and social interaction. What kind of watering um, effects? What kind of watering? What kind of watering functions to enrich your mental health again? Mental health to improve mental health. Let's see what it comes up with here. Guided breathing. I just don't know how that works. How do you even assess that this person's breathing right? You have to have access to their microphone. But as you can see here, ChatGPT is a great place for the ideation. It's giving me lots of ideas, reflective prompts, mindful movements. Some of this is just a bit silly, but all right. we've got a basic idea, but I just wanted to show you that ChatGPT is a great place to begin. All right, so now let's get started here. I'm going to type here Notepad, very technical here. So number one, we're going to water plants. So water plants. So that means we're going to have to create the plants, um, let them grow, or add a watering can or something like that. 5 different types of plants. Let's see how far we get before it gets too complicated. So I'm going to hit launch construct 3. Hopefully this works. I've had some issues with this in the past. I'll log into my account, It's just taking a couple of seconds. Launch construct 3. I'm just going to go incognito. Okay, we're going to call it mental health watering game. Something like that. Hit create. All right. Now, I'm just trying to think, what's the first thing let's do? Let's build a sprite. Double click here, create a sprite. We're going to call this like a pot plant. Like this. Okay, we got our pot plant. And in the game itself, the pot plant can have different emotions. So let's, how would we do that? We can just do it really basic here. We just add different animations, but we're not going to really make different animations. So animation 1 is just like normal, sort of happy. Then add another animation. Can we copy and paste? Let's take that step back and just hit remove. Press Control Z until we get to a red one here. We want to keep it the same style. Awesome. Now this one's going to be our happy one. This one's going to be our sad one. Awesome. That's our plant, our pot plant. Now we're going to change the animations. Actually, double tap again, and we should always rename these, shouldn't we? So let's call this happy. And we're going to call this sad. Now it's going to start in the happy animation, but after 20 seconds, it's going to then change to this sad animation. So let's do this. We need to create a timer, don't we? Compare let's just make it really rough here. Every 20 seconds, add action, pot plant will change animation to the sad one. Because it needs to be watered, doesn't it? So let us now add the watering can, and the watering can will water the plant, won't it? It should go sad. Let's just have a look at what happens here. And there we go, sad, perfect. Okay, let's add a new sprite, double tap sprite. And I'm just trying to think how to even draw this. I'm going to make my watering plant green. Hopefully this doesn't look too silly. Sort of like that. And little. Cool. That's perfect. We're going to crop it. We're going to call it watering can. then going to go add a behavior to this watering can and give it the drag and drop behavior here. So now check this out. I can now move this around. Isn't that amazing? Why has it stopped now? There we go. My keypad's not working as well. Now double tap again, and we're going to add another another image, and we're going to make it a water droplet, like water is coming out. Again, hopefully this looks all right. Guess it's good enough. This looks sort of like a water droplet, doesn't it? Okay. We're just going to give it the behavior of physics. Should be fine. Give it the behavior of physics. It's just going to drop straight down. Terrific. Now we're going to go add event here. Go back to event sheet 1. And then we're going to do is dragging. So is it being dragged? And then we're going to do the timer one here again every X seconds. Let's try 1 second right now. Add event. Add action. And that action would be watering can is going to spawn another object, and that should be the water. Oh, I have not renamed mine. Let's see what happens here. Yay, how cool is that? Now, it looks a bit funny, doesn't it? Because the water is coming from the wrong place to begin with, and it's not tilting. Let's fix that up. So water can on drag start, and we're going to change the angle. So angle to 45, I think it's going to be. Nope. The other way. Let's make it 325. Yep, perfect. And then on watering can on drag drop, we're going to set it back to 0. Should now work beautifully, and you can see that I'm testing it each time as well. So I want to make sure that everything is working according to plan, because if I test it frequently, I'm not going to see that something's not working right and then have to figure out where that is. Everyone does this or should be doing this. I'm also going to change the origin. I'm going to keep the origin point there, but I'm going to add a new image point, and that's going to be 1. So that means the water will come out of the watering can here. So double click on this action here, spawn water, change the image point to a 1 like that. Let's have a look at this. Isn't this incredible? Wow. All right. So we've started building our mental health game, and we'll continue this in part 2.